some we na diabo. Who's that?
And then you go far.
Yamuna Mudu Nana by. Only Ayala. And I'm more convinced, yeah, you will goalkeeper in the year. And only Ayala. More convinced, Ethan Hagas on Kofu Nana. And you see about some. And your Kofu Nana didn't buy. Thank you, my dear, more. No any mistakes. So, my dear, only Ayala, you know. Hey, I Kofu the team now. What is even Kofu the team now? Only Ayala want to start now. And I now, my guy.
You are very fine.
I said, oh,
match day 2, second week of the UEFA Champions League, first day, of course, Tuesday in Basel. Brilliant, exciting games, and of course, we preview the game for you. Some of them, as we expected, some of them did not, of course, they're part of their job. But of course, Union Berlin, Michel, Union Berlin match. Because it was one of the picks, and I'm here a little bit careful. Union Berlin will fear any team and could lose. We'll go up by 2-0. Then all of a sudden, Braga comes back to beat Union by 2-0. Salzburg and the Real Sociedad 2-0. Manchester United, Elusu game no by 3-2. Essentially, it's about how Manchester United boss our game now and not a course on any the attitude. I've seen this picture on social media. And you won't see them by Richard. Everything I do dustbin, and you be dustbin. Now, all two be action. In the dustbin, all two are the action. It is the season 2023-2024. Because, Rich, in your 2 opening Champions League games, walk away to FC Bayern Munich, loss. Home to Galatasaray, loss. Casemiro had the red card, that was our game. And now the performance of the team was not it at all. From goalkeeper, even your centre backs, Raphael Varane. Varane will be one of the best centre backs in the world, given the pedigree and any idea we're achieving a game of football. But in his recent performance, we've not really spoken about it. But Varane has been questionable in a lot of things that he has done for Manchester United. And Endra, he was suspecting all the goals that Manchester United have conceded. You could find him in there. And it's the same number of goals that United have conceded. On the side of Sofian Amrabat able as a fullback, they take the ball there. Casemiro will be on the opposite side of the ball. They pull out the centre back out of their position. Then there's a lot of space for the opposing team to attack. And that's exactly what led to Manchester United demise Endra in the Champions League. But even apart from Manchester United loss, there was brilliant display from Los Blancos, our Naples. And Federico Valverde, Jude Bellingham said, so Beshe goes out. So no shame go back. Or moment not German own goal. But so no ball back. It is going to be the talk of town. Yesterday, the winner from Fede Valverde, brilliant goal. And our Estadio Diego Armando Maradona. But if we can't talk about that game without speaking about the exploit of Jude Bellingham, 9 games for Real Madrid, 8 goals, 3 assists. One of the youngest players on Marche, a number of goals in Champions League. You know, after a game, William Baleg, Ebisa, Carlo Ancelotti say, we are sure Jude Bellingham no, we did 20 and Ancelotti say, Onu Kronya show. Now, Oko dressing room, Oko Jude Bellingham passport. No more share. Say, any fake age, nobody has shared any passport as well. Because the boy actually has a mature head over a young body or a young shoulder. He's a young player.
Only
so much.
Too much. Yeah. Too much.
So
bring them the penalty. Or bust some football. Or control. Maybe I saw a pass and what pass it. What they are tackling. Or what tackler. What was that branch of too mature.
Brilliant player.
When you bought on the second Madrid, as a player be saying, some compare 50. Very extra. 50 million from Dortmund. Say, what player am I?
Oh, yeah,
when your friends a player.
Was the way I open a simplicity anymore. You have a power Jude and a charisma.
Okay.
And in a personality. Jude, a young boy. He walks into a Madrid dressing room of Cruz, Modric. Casemiro has been there before. Roberto Federico Valverde. He went in there, he met the likes of Rudiger, Alaba, Courtois. Serial winners. Oh, Real Madrid dressing room on. But he walks there as somebody who has not even won the German Bundesliga before. Time on who the club England, he was literally a nobody. He had to go to Germany before people got to know him. In Germany, he was part of a midfielder that was thriving under Evan Thurges. One said I need BBR. He comes to play in the Champions League, doesn't really win. He comes to Real Madrid, a perennial club that is consistently winning. He was in there, makes it look like say, oh yeah, 1, or yeah, Spaniard. 2, we're winning Champions League there 5 times. 3, as we're there 26, 27, 28. 4, as if he has even won the World Cup before. He makes it so easy because on phone, because he believes that he's a top prospect. And baby, a big guys could be waiting now. For me, it's his charisma, and that's exactly where he's getting to the heights at all corner. But Federico Valverde goal and for me was the goal. Manchester United and 3 goals to 2 loss. But so okay, Manchester United issues in area. You speak about this boy that we also spoke about. See, I say Unana, you can send Papa fan one quid. That we speak about the good things we said about Rasmus Højlund. Very, very brilliant display and for Manchester United. But of course, you lost by 3 goals to 2. And one many. Although I predicted say Arsenal should go away to Lyon and go and win. When the game was going on, and when the game I'm sure 7 p.m. games now, I watched the Arsenal Lyon game. Because I think I was watching the Madrid game. I wasn't excited, so I was flipping through. And I got 2 Arsenal at the end also. When that tempo now long for the bomb. Constantly pressing and counter pressing Arsenal. This is Arsenal. In my pre-match analysis, not me expect to say Law will sit in a low block and invite Arsenal to play. But Amanisa, consistently they were on the tails of Arsenal. Almost every space where they had to cover, they covered. And it was by 2 young African DMs in Nepalese Mendy, Ene Abdo, Salis Abdo, Samed Wofinfiwono. Brilliant display. Now, Salis podium, it's one of them say, Salis, any more on the party, I could bet with you. Any more.
The
real no Bobo, as if he say any bet component, he probably might have told parties and now bar. Match was a higher fee. Because a crop no can have as a coach some tackle. Now he is whipping the Lons fans no stadium up. Salis Abdo Samed. Yesterday, he showed Partey and the Arsenal teams there. That is his home. Control the midfield with Nepalese men. They had another midfielder called Sotoka. Brilliant guy. Constantly on and on switching play, no, and at the point of the attack. Arsenal had issues because in transition, player now come here in need of Gabriel Martinelli and Saka. Saka got injured in the course of the game. But of course, it was a brilliant win from Team Ayefreno, RC Law. And now I'm at the top of our group, no. Arsenal in our first loss in after 10 games since the season started here. Mikel Arteta, English Premier League Manchester City ball over the weekend. Saka in the honor, Gabriel Martinelli in the honor. Omanya loss. Now me I do my weekend. We will preview those games. But and then Wednesday, there are equally better games for almost here. They will come up. Antwerp, Etnefi, Achen, Shakhtar Donetsk, Atletico de Madrid, Feyenoord, Celtic, Lazio, Red Star Belgrade, and the Young Boys, Dortmund, AC Milan, Leipzig, Manchester City, Newcastle, Paris Saint-Germain, FC Porto, and Barcelona. Ukraine constantly is still under the Russian invasion, or however you want to say it. It's baby America. Anytime Shakhtar Donetsk is it's an opportunity for them to represent their home nation. So when we go home games, it's in Warsaw, Poland, number 1, because they will not go back to home. But this time they are going away to Belgium, Royal Antwerp, a difficult game for them. Alright, Manchester Shakhtar Donetsk for me. I've read a lot of reviews about how they play, especially in away games. Last week, I didn't put my money on them. My name is first pick, no, I'm going straight a double chance for Shakhtar Donetsk going away to Royal Antwerp. You see, so who go away to Europa? One of the things that we factor into the analysis is the atmosphere of the various stadiums. Antwerp only team created that atmosphere. Like a now long any Arsenal game. The atmosphere of the northern part of France was brilliant for long for them. So they could push and push and push and push and get the win. And that's what I'm expecting in there. So regardless of the atmosphere at Antwerp, Shakhtar Donetsk should be able to defy that. Of course, you be able to Toby Alderweireld in the back for team and friend Royal Antwerp. But I'm expecting Shakhtar Donetsk to get a job done. Atletico de Madrid Etnefi Achen FC final. That Chogo Akasa. One of the things that he did mention is time on my Champions League maybe. Nobody tips them as possible people as some winning Champions League. But they be on mobile. They play with a lot of grit and a lot of sweat and blood. So on person movie. Now, there are only two things I'm looking at. Atletico Madrid home form. I would wonder Metropolitano, you're one of the best. Especially also, so mobile fear in the Champions League. It's always difficult for foreign teams to come and break them down. Now, I've seen Atletico Madrid. Any son of person mobile 4-4-2 with Alvaro Morata leading the lines. It seems to be working, especially since the João Felix a few of them. All the attackers are seem to be in tandem. On board with a very good base at the back and a good midfield balance. No? Then of course any mono to all the goals that are important to them. For two reasons. They're playing at home at the Wanderer Metropolitano. Apart from Choho, there was also Axel Witsel, who was there in the pre-match press conference. Some midfield of Witsel, Koke, and all of that combination with Alvaro Morata more up front. So I'm thinking is that Atletico Madrid and they should get a job done. Atletico is to against FC final. Celtic any Lazio elbow. Brandon Rodgers has come back to the chief to Celtic. And you see, baby, if you are talking about some of the best stadiums in terms of atmosphere, anyhow things get done. One of the places you always talk about is in Ibrox, our Celtic. Atmosphere is the order of the day. Last season, I think when Ancelotti was their manager, Madrid went there last season or two. No, Ange Postecoglou, Tottenham current manager, when he was there. It was a brilliant atmosphere. It was difficult for them to break them down. That's the issue when you go to the Ibrox tournament. Edging for any foreign team to come in there. And I've told you consistently, say for me, anytime I'm analyzing Mauricio Sarri's Lazio teams, the first thing I tell you about is say, yes, they are good when it comes to playing the football. But when it comes to character, and your ability to impose yourself on the opposition and control the game, they are not able to do that. So consistently, I have worries about Sarri team, regardless of say about good football. But when they go away to venues, they say Ibrox that can have a consistent atmosphere and difficult for you to play your brand of football in there. I don't expect Lazio will go away to the Ibrox and get a job done. But of course, Celtic is also not a team that trusts fully. It's remember Celtic a home double chance against team my friend in Lazio. Now they are apart from some smaller games, so they are bigger games because the first one I started the Signal Iduna. Last season, at the Thursday training in at Dortmund, played some good football in the German Bundesliga. Same in the Champions League. One of the things that I was consistently looking out for is Dortmund performance or the Signal Iduna last season in the Champions League. Almost every game, they were able to win or dominate the game. And one of them is a game of Chelsea boy, dying in best of the game, stalemate. Now, Ademola, the first said, almost picking ball in the central areas, quick counter attack, and then beating Chelsea by a goal to 0. So, it's a tough game for AC Milan. AC Milan team they go away to team my friend in Dortmund. Now we are hoping that this is going to be the possible lineup. Racing at left back, Matt Hummels, and Schlotterbeck as a 2 center back, Besebani as a right back, then Ojan in the middle of the pack, Marco Reus, Nema, Julian Brandt, Malem, and Julian Falkirk. Falkirk is a brilliant striker. With the issues of Sebastian Haller, they had to go and bring in Falkirk, one of the best homegrown German strikers. On the side of AC Milan, Mike Mignon are returning to full fitness, so there's a possibility and then he's going to start from AC Milan. AC Milan being very, very good and first time on best starting pair at centre back, Tomori and Malik Thiaw, Calabria at right back, Hernandez or left back, then Pogba, Reinders, and Yunus Musa. So you see, so it's just our lineup we have. The reason why Stefano Pioli is going for Yunus Musa and Pogba here for 2 things. The game is going to be hugely transitional. Again at the Signal Iduna, it is one of those stadiums, the atmosphere is there. So you want midfielders that will play the game always spot on, always turned on, and be on it back and forth in terms of transitions. No, Yunus Musa is going to be very important for them with that regard because sound upon the ball consistently like basketball, football. Yenkombra. Whilst Rangers is going to be in the middle of the park to dictate the pace of an attack every time. Of course, AC Milan for regular 4-3 now, and Rafael Leao, Olivier Giroud, and Christian Pulisic. Now, regardless of how the game will go, I'm looking at a midfield dominance from AC Milan between Pogba, and Abrante friend Yunus Musa or Fiifi-Manfred vis-a-vis the extra legs of Oxan, and then of course Reus Fiifi-Manfred. I think say they be amikacho. Tell me, in current world football, so we three metrics in describing wingers: creativity, outlet, end product. All of these metrics, apart from Mohamed Salah, nobody has all of these metrics than Rafael Leao. So obey outlet to receive the ball. So be creative from wide areas. So be more end product, whether assist or goals. No. Apart from that, we bet my ball Kylian Mbappe, brilliant winger. But Mbappe is not a normal outlet for any team. Be our ball honor. Of course, he gives you the end product, but not the creativity that you want in the team. Salah and Rafael Leao. So Rafael Leao is a player that can turn this game on its head just by the click of the finger. I was arguing. I'm expecting to say AC Milan away. At least it's a double chance for them against Dortmund. What the signal they do now. Manchester City about it be Leipzig. First thing. Last two times at Leipzig, any Man City have ball. I want to Germany. Leipzig are winning back or draw back. Now, Man City also coming off the back of a leg loss against Wolves. The only thing is that for Manchester City, the possible lineup that they are going to go into this game with, shows that there is a possibility they are going to get some very, very important players on the team back. Now, so Man City have very good players back home to the team there. Then definitely they can go ahead and win. I'm expecting Man City should be able to get this job done against Team Efreno. Leipzig, but it's a double chance for me for Manchester City. Okay. Meaning, somebody says, "Oh, now what's enough for some of these games there? Why is it that you can't go a straight win for Manchester City?" It is going to be a tough game. Man City and Leipzig game is going to be a very, very, very tough one.
Sometimes we have two teams neighbor. What I say, Newcastle be goals.
Yeah.
PSG be goals.
Paris Saint-Germain hasn't been too good in the French League this season.
But they will score. This is the Champions League.
Yeah. I'm with that fit.
At least I'm GBD, but I'm in the ball.
Yeah, I'm in the ball.
They say Champions League gradually as a player for the winning ball.
Better than at least Newcastle.
And me feel say yes, Newcastle won't do all the fear. Or better go, but Paris Saint-Germain should be.
Paris Saint-Germain to score.
Now, almost so sick and better dia. Oh, sometimes, Betty has Andy Marine as all for cow. And yet, let's go for a winner now, whatever. Key. So petty things we know. Take into consideration. We now on your kakana. Also, they have like.
Both things to score.
Yes.
And both things to score, and I don't like it because it is hinged on two teams' team now.
Okay.
Say, my job is to analyze and find the best way for you to stake your money. Something that's.
But I mean, say win, but I'm for Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay, so me pick on Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle, and they say a double chance, but we need a double chance of maybe a Paris draw or win. A double chance at least teams move back to be winning. The game will not end in a draw. One of the teams will win. Luis Enrique waiting for that. Oh, that's all. I mean, Barca away to team my friend Porto. You see, I know that it's a tough Porto side, but I'm expecting Xavi to go ahead and beat them. Very, very difficult game. But Xavi with this lineup of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen will post me, Ronald Araujo returning, Koundé, Balde, João Cancelo, Romeo Gavi. I think they're a balanced midfield honor for them. There's a much more defensive player, more box-to-box in Gavi, in my opinion, going out to dictate the pace of the attack for Barcelona. Then, of course, Yamin Yamal, Lewandowski, and João Felix, who come inverted to add to central possession, any creativity. I think the Barca has enough. That's all for the games. And then, say, me run it through quickly for you. Then, this is where you have it. I think the Antwerp, Shakhtar Donetsk. I want a double chance for Shakhtar Donetsk going away. Atletico Madrid should be able to beat final. They will feel Celtic and Lazio. Celtic double chance at the Ibrox. Red Star Belgrade. They will feel Red Star double chance. Dortmund versus Milan. Milan away double chance. Leipzig. Any team friend Manchester City, a tricky game in my opinion. You can go for goals of 1.5 or Man City double chance. Newcastle, any Paris Saint-Germain, any of the teams to win. Either Newcastle to win or Paris Saint-Germain to win. Then Barcelona, Porto, Barca away win.
Okay. 10:59, but only Ayala miss call her. I see a friend of Glorious. Over Masbedu.
Okay.
I saw the child is true, Fifi and Ayala defended Onana's acquisition, sir. And now see what is happening. I defended the acquisition.